couple updates from last week. I've eaten the organic Pop-Tarts. I forgot to save the box. It might be in the trash somewhere, but I just don't feel like digging right now. Long story short, I feel the same way about those that I feel about most organic stuff. You know, health, for me, health is not that important. So if I have to sacrifice flavor to eat healthier, I'm just gonna be fat. That's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna be fat. They just didn't taste as good. They weren't as they weren't as filling. It just like it was like a saltine cracker without the salt. You know. Also, something else that came in. I saw these and I felt like I wanted to try them. But pancakes. Yeah, maple syrup pancakes. And you know what? The smell. Oh my god. I opened this up and I was like, oh shit! It's like I just walked into the kitchen for breakfast, freshly made, but it tastes just like a jelly bean. Like it doesn't really have a strong. The odor is strong. You can smell the pancakes, but the flavor, it's like not even there, bro. And I'm like, come on, man. So disappointed. Did you see my new ring? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? It's actually not even a ring. What it is, it's just a random piece of metal I found laying on the floor at work, and I just thought, you know, I had plans at one point in time. Well, not plans as much as just a thought in my head to like get some barbed wire just tattooed up and down my arm and maybe wrapped around my finger. So when I saw this, I just thought, you know what? Let's try this out, see if I like it. I like it. I think it's gonna be just a new thing. This is my new ring. The first ring I've ever owned that wasn't plastic. So yeah. I'm still not a huge fan of jewelry, but when I'm in the mood for it, I have a ring now. Yay. I'm getting all decked out and shit. Now I got a ring and a chain. What's up with it? I'm starting to look really black now. I've just never been into jewelry. At least not to the point that I'd actually spend money on it. I've actually got... Didn't even notice I had this, but... Now I got this plastic spider. Now I get things like this because they're fun to look at, and it's nice. Sometimes it's funny, the weird looks that people give me when I'm walking down the street with my fingers just covered in plastic. It's hilarious sometimes. They're not sure what to make of this, but the majority of the time I'm not a jewelry guy. I don't want to wear anything. I want to be naked. No socks, no shoes, no pants, no underwear, no shirt, no glasses, no jewelry. Just wake up, and that's how I am today. And yes, I do sleep nude. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before. So the two biggest things. One, it's officially restaurant week. Yay! And you know, it's not as bad. It was a busy day. I'll get home at 1:30 in the morning. Well, we had a pretty full, packed house the whole time. And honestly, it gets easier. This is my third year on the almost. It'll be 3 years in September, and I'm just like, my body's getting used to the grind of it, and like my brain is used to it too. So I walk in, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly how to manage all of this shit. Like I know how to work my time well, and I know the stuff that I'm supposed to do, which of it that I can skip, that no one's gonna notice. And so, you know, I'm handling my business fairly well. It's weird. I think I talked about it before. Like, I realized I've been at this job 3 years. That's the longest I've ever been at any job. And I'm not even... Okay, it would be a lie to say I'm not tired of it. It's one of those things that, like, Yeah, I get tired of it. There are days when I definitely don't want to come in, but I could still potentially see myself working here another 2 years if I have to. Do I want to be here the rest of my life? Hell no. But do I hate it so much that I'd rather jump in front of a bus than to ever step foot in there again? No, I'm not there yet. That's where I was at my last job, where I had to quit because like I had no choice. If being there was going to kill me, like I was legitimately one more month at that job, I would have just stabbed my eyes out. But like at this job, it gets frustrating. Hell yeah, there's always something worth being angry about, but like I can handle it. Don't get me wrong, every single day I have complaints. Every single fucking day I have some sort of complaint about that job. But I can handle it. No, it's little things that bother me, like the fact that, I've had days off all summer just because, hey, we're slow. Every now and then they'll tell someone to go home. So I'll get one day off a week just because, like, hey, they can't afford to pay me 10 hours of overtime. But I hate having days off at this place because people suck so much ass. And I don't even... I mean, damn. I've been working there 3 fucking years. And I've done things the same way every single time for at least the last 2 years. Like, I've got my system in place. No one else can seem to figure shit out. And like, I know it's not their job to know how I do my job, how I handle my business. However, just, there are certain things that are supposed to happen every single night that never happen when I'm not there. And it's weird because people will come downstairs when I am there, and they'll look for something, and they'll always look for it in the right place, because I always put it in the right place, so they always know it's going to be there. Yet somehow, when they're the ones putting things away, it's just like, fuck it, we'll throw it wherever, we'll worry about it later. And then suddenly, next day, I walk in the door, and everyone's like, hey, I don't know what this is, I can't find that, and I'm like, how the fuck should I know? I haven't been here. And then I walk down and I find everything that they're looking for because, it's still there, but if it's 2 inches to the left, suddenly nobody can find it. I'm surrounded by morons. I truly am. But whatever. I've finished. I'm not finished, but I've reached a stopping point in my book. It's been more than a year since I started this venture, and it's gone through 7 rewrites. And I feel like there are definitely things I could do to make it better, but there's a small part of me that's like, send it to a publisher and let the professional editor say that, oh, they want this and they want that. And I was like, I would have done that anyways, so I don't have to put up too much of a fight. I can just be like, fine, if I have to, and then stomp away angry, but then I'm just like, delete, delete, delete. Okay, done. Now I take the next 3 weeks off. There's a small part of me that's like, let's go that route. Which, in that case, I have to delete this video then, don't I? But, yeah, I've reached that point where, is the story perfect? No, I don't think there's any such thing as a perfect story, but it's good enough that I don't mind submitting it. And so I did some research into how, best way to submit to a publisher, which, I think I've talked about this before. This is kind of plan B, and I'm putting plan B first because plan A has little guarantee of success. And so plan A was always to self-publish, and that's still a route I'm willing to go if necessary. But I want to make money. I want, quit your job money, not, keep myself out of debt money. Which, a major publisher might be able to help me do that. So I figure I should at least try. Send it to a publisher. Hopefully maybe I'll get a response. and I can make some real money and get the fuck out. I'm done washing dishes, you know. Just I don't want to be there. I can tolerate it, but I don't want it. So I'm gonna submit it to at least a few publishing agents, see if I can get some interest. So I was looking up how to do it, and they're talking about cover letters and query letters. So I was looking up like how to draft a good query letter, just information on how to do this. Found this website called Absolute Right, which I applied for. Registration's free. You can connect with other people, and so it'll help me not only hopefully improve the quality of maybe the novel itself if they want someone to help me reading and editing it or whatever, but also the query letter to try and convince an agent to look at my novel. And if nothing else, if I still end up self-publishing, hey, maybe I'll make some connections on here and I can sell a few more copies than I would have before. We'll see. Well, honestly, I think my book, as soon as I stopped writing, I started thinking of other things I could do. Like, honestly, I really could delete like half of the book, and it would still be a good story, but it would improve it because there's a lot of information there that, doesn't necessarily tell the story. But I feel like, I don't know, it's important to me. Like, that's the weirdest part about this. What's important to me, sometimes what's important to the story doesn't feel that important to me, and sometimes what feels really important to me in my own personal life does not actually impact the story at all. And so it's kind of finding that balance, get on that right level. But yeah, it took a couple of days for them to like I registered at Absolute Right, but then it took a couple of days for them to, I guess, I don't know what the correct wording is, but verify or whatever. Like, I'm in now. Like, I signed up, but I couldn't actually post anything. I couldn't leave any comments, couldn't put my own thread. But now I'm available to, and good news, I got the next 2 days off. So I'm going to look into that. I'm going to try to get this query letter done. I mean, I've got a rough draft of it. I don't like it that much. But that's how I am as a writer now. I've turned into the guy that every time I look at anything I write, I automatically see things wrong with it. So, I've had 3 days to work on my introductory post, and every time I look at it, something wrong with it. I think I'm turning into an actual writer now. But so yeah, that's my life in a nutshell. I think I've been refraining from using too much fast food, partly for health concerns, but mostly money. But with the busy, I've lost 2 of my employees, and the busy season is back again. So my bank account's gonna be growing one way or another. I'm going to start ordering some more pizzas. I'm going to start reverting to a few of my old ways. I'm still going out of my way, maybe not on the pizza, but in general, eating more vegetables and shit, just trying to be healthy. I did this for a little while and got away from it, but I might do it again where I'm just buy a bunch of bananas, see a bunch of bananas, which I think that's what they're called, right? A group of bananas is called a bunch, right? I'm not saying a bunch of bananas as in I know a bunch of people, but I mean it's actually called a bunch, right? That's the scientific grouping of it, like a herd of horses. I feel like it's correct, but I'm gonna grab a bunch of bananas and then I'll eat one a day, get my potassium and iron. So I'm actively trying to take more care of my body as I get older, but at the same time, I love me some greasy meaty pizza. Oh yeah. I have no idea how to end this video, so I'm just gonna say good night and good luck. Why do I keep putting the camera so far away?